Now, most billionaires say the more you learn, the more you earn. I usually agree with that particular saying for some time, but after some time, I discovered that those sayings were not totally accurate. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you 3 books you need to read in 2023 as an entrepreneur if you want to make a lot of money from Nigeria as a whole. And I'll be explaining the context of the books and everything in the book so that it makes a lot of sense to you. Now, these 3 books I'm about to show you are books I have read by myself and have known that these books can actually change people's lives. In fact, I've recommended this to so many people who have gone on to make millions and millions for themselves. That's the reason why I'm able to show you these books today. So which book is the first book? Of course, if someone is totally broke and the person doesn't even know exactly how to start making his money or doesn't know the direction he needs to go to, what the person needs to work on first is the person's mindset. That's why the first book I'll be introducing to you is this book they call Think and Grow Rich by, his name is Napoleon Hill. Now, this book has sold millions and millions of copies. Now, if you're wondering where to get this book, I think I have some recommendations. I think Roving Eyes Bookstore, they sell these books everywhere and all that. But you can even get the PDF version anywhere. In fact, pdfdrive.com is a very good alternative. You can get so many of all these books. And the reason why you should be reading these particular books is because it shows you different strategies on exactly how to identify your goals, how to start thinking positively, how to start thinking in wealth. And it's extremely important that you go through this particular book if you're starting any kind of business at all and you're ready to say, okay, I want to start making some money online. This was the first book I read and the first book someone recommended to me. And because it has helped me make millions and millions of naira, putting my mindset in the right place, that's why I'm recommending this particular book to you today. So try and get your hands on this book, whether it's a hard copy or the PDF copy. Now, the moment you have gotten your mindset fixed, the next thing you now need to do is you need to understand how to talk to people and how to influence people's behavior. Because if you're selling something to people, you're one way or the other, you're trying to persuade them to get to buy your stuff. Because it's extremely important that, if you decide to sell, people actually buy. You can't force your products into people's throats. There are strategies in which you need to use in order for you to go ahead and know all these particular things. That's why the second book I'm going to be recommending to you that you should read is this book by a guy called Robert Cialdini. I don't know, I'm a Nigerian, so I might not pronounce it very well. Robert Cialdini. You can see this particular book right here. Robert Cialdini. The name of the book is Influence, the Psychology of Persuasion. Now, one of the things that I usually get from a lot of people is that, I don't know how to persuade people. I don't know how to... See, you don't need to necessarily convince people. You need to persuade. Now, the difference between convincing and persuading is that the person you're trying to convince has no interest in the product. For instance, now, somebody that has not given birth, I cannot try to convince him to buy baby clothes. But someone who has given birth obviously needs baby clothes. So all I'm simply going to be doing is I'm going to be persuading him. So persuasion is knowing exactly how to talk to people in such a way that they buy into your idea. In fact, everybody that you see out there is persuading one way or the other. If you've ever told your friend that, come on, let's go and watch this movie together, let's go and do this together, those are little forms of persuasion, but just with little objections. So this particular book right here will show you exactly how you can go ahead and persuade people that are already interested in the products you want to sell. Now, once you've gotten that ready, you now need to know how to properly sell to people, because no matter the kind of business you're doing, you're in the business of buying and selling. Buying and selling literally takes the world all round. Like, the world is moving the way it is due to supply and demand. If people ask for a particular thing and you give them, it gets balanced, and that's what makes the world go round. So the next book you need to read as a Nigerian trying to build a business online is this book, amazing book by my mentor, Akin Alabi, called How to Sell to Nigerians. Now, the reason why you need to read this particular book is because Nigerians are a special breed. And if you're a Nigerian, you don't want to just immediately go and start selling in the US market and all that. You're going to burn a lot of cash, and probably you won't even resonate with the market immediately because you don't understand how that particular market works. But if you stick to a book like this right now and you read it, you'll be able to sell effectively to Nigerians, which in turn will help you know how to sell to other people. Trust me, if you can hack it and you can actually sell to Nigerians, you can sell to any audience around the world. Like, this single book has literally helped me make a lot of millions online, and I'm just 24 years old. So you can actually just imagine the amount of things that you can actually do with this book. There's actually even a former version before this particular book. Now, the former version, I think the Small Business Big Money. I'll put a picture of it here. Small Business Big Money. It's an amazing book. I think it's the part 1 of this one. It looks like the part 1, but this is exactly how to start a small business, whether you're like in Nigeria or you're starting from the trench or whatever, from scratch, basically. So you can get that book as well Small Business, Big Money, and also this book, How to Sell to Nigerians. Most Nigerians have coconut head, so it takes a little bit extra effort to sell to them. Once you've hacked selling to Nigerians, you can totally sell to anybody else. So these are like my top 3 books I recommend you read or go through if you want to, learn how to sell, or you want to open a business or start a business anywhere else. But I must say something else. Now, these particular books, you need to make sure you read them. They are general books to help you, give you general knowledge and all that. But if you are at the point where you're already running your business and you're facing 1 or 2 issues, I don't think reading books is what you actually need. What you need is that you need to just read specific books according to your problems. So let's assume that probably maybe in your organization, people are coming in and they are not staying as customers. What you simply need to do is that you might need to get a book or a course or a teaching or a training or whatever that teaches you how to retain customers. Once you have done that, I think that's how you need to go. That's exactly how I read books. I don't just read books because, I'm bored and I feel like reading. No. I read when I have a specific problem. But these particular 3 books that I just showed you here are general books that you can always go through them no matter the level you are in your business. So I hope this has been able to, help you one way or the other. Catch you in the next video.